Shades of Vengeance presents Era the Consortium, a new enemy. A living campaign continuing the history of the Consortium, set in 452 CE. Episode 1, The Attack. Part 1. It's a normal day. You all work on Tyrannus. We've got Dr. Adrian Sharp. He's currently on rotation as the residence medic for the headquarters. So it's a very boring job. You're really seeing people with coughs and colds and telling them to shut up and get back to work because you believe in the company and you believe that the power of the company rests with the people. So keeping them healthy is important. You also can't wait another 2 months until your rotation here is done. Forever. Because you only have to do one in your lifetime at the moment. That's the rules. But you've got it. You've got no choice. You can't wait to get back on a ship and at least be on the move most of the time. John Lavend, you're at Company HQ because you are currently training another batch of new freighter pilots. Because for goodness sake, they keep recruiting new ones. If they just treated them properly and allowed them to wear boxer shorts in the headquarters, everything would be fine and no one would ever quit. Everyone would know they weren't being bugged and they'd be fine.
Yeah, I have a whole book about this.
However, they refuse to do that. Even you have to wear overalls in the headquarters, so you have to watch very carefully what you say whenever you're in the headquarters, because you know you're probably being bugged. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
And you are being forced to, you're allowed to go out on trips fairly frequently, but like every 6 months they pin you down for a month to do some training for some of the new pilots, because you really are an outstanding pilot. And Leela, you are an accountant. You work in the finance division of Hardcastle Haulage. You primarily work on acquisitions, which is acquiring other small haulage companies with the express consent of their owners. Whether that consent is obtained through gentle persuasion or terrorism may be something that is open to interpretation. You do whatever the job is. And the three of you are simply at the office at the moment. It's a perfectly normal day. Suddenly, there's a loud explosion. Right? The nearest person to a window is probably going to be the accountant, because I see the doctor's office as closed in with walls. Like it's an internal room. You don't need natural light in there. That's
their windows.
And John, you're obviously in the pilot simulator with all the pilots yelling at them about how crap they are, and that also is an internal room. But Leela, I'd like you to roll me an intelligence and investigation as you look out of the window.
Okay. Oh God. Wait, what's the threshold again?
The threshold for this is going to be a 7.
Okay, so I got 3 successes.
Ooh, not bad. Okay, 3 successes. And you look out of the window, you have to crane your neck round a bit, but you can actually see that a ship has entered the atmosphere. It's huge. It's massive. These ships should not be entering the atmosphere, especially not at that rate. It's hit the atmosphere with such force that there was a shockwave. Now, fortunately, and that's what sounded like an explosion. Now, fortunately, glass in the Consortium is not glass. It doesn't just shatter. So all of the buildings have not sort of had all their windows shattering. But it's bad. It's a city-sized ship that's just hit the atmosphere. And yeah, I mean, you're looking out of the window when you hear a second shockwave hit you, and then a third, and a fourth. As for you two, you guys, you just feel the explosions, right? You feel the tremors that are being caused by the building literally shaking a bit.
Are there any alarms going off?
There are a lot of alarms going off at this point. Okay. In fact, at that moment, the emergency shutdown of all of the non-essential systems activates. So all of the pilot consoles turn off.
All right, people, this is not let's follow proper procedures and get on our overalls. That's boys.
Wait, weren't they already wearing the overalls?
Right. We're gonna proceed in a straight line to the evacuation point, or whatever normal people do.
Okay, so you start directing them out, or are you leading them out? So are you going to go at the front or at the back? Is the question.
I go first.
You go
I'll
first.
lead them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're walking down the corridors. Now you come to the lift. Do you take the stairs or the lift?
Stairs.
Okay. So you're going to take the stairs. So you're on about the 50th floor. So that's going to take a while. And you're working your way down the stairs. Okay. How about the good doctor, Dr. Sharp? What are you doing?
I will consult my emergency flipbook in the event of several explosions.
The closest thing you can find is terrorist attack.
Okay, in event of terrorist attack, am I meant to stay here and prep for bodies, or am I meant to run towards the sound of explosions?
Neither. Actually, you're meant to make your way to the nearest designated evacuation point to ensure that any casualties are dealt with quickly and correctly.
Okay, cool.
And you're to take control of any emergency services who are, who are on the who arrive at the scene in order to assist.
Cool. Okay, I'll grab my go bag because I don't want to get out of the habit of not having a go bag, even if I'm not on a ship.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep.
Lock the cabin up with all the good stuff in, and head on out.
Most of the good stuff is in your go bag. Let's be honest.
That is accurate.
My overalls are just one big pocket.
And I will head out. I will at a brisk pace.
Okay, so you are also heading. So do you want to take the stairs or the lift?
What is company policy in the event of terrorism?
Actually, it doesn't specify.
What floor am I on?
You are on the 18th floor.
I will take the stairs.
Okay. So what is going to happen, for the interests of simplicity, and I'll get to that shortly, is you are going to meet up with John and his group in the stairwell.
Okay. Cool.
They're moving a bit quicker than you are, because you are moving at regulation pace and they're legging it.
Yep.
And finally we have Leela. So Leela, what are you doing?
So what floor am I on?
You're on the 20th floor.
Oh, okay, I'll take the stairs as well then.
So you're going to evacuate.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all three of you kind of, you're broadly in similar places. You will end up at the nearest evacuation point, and I'm going to time skip to there. I'm under the impression that none of your characters know each other at this point. Is that correct?
They might have heard of me.
I assume Mr. Walk Around in his boxes gets sent to the medical wing because someone thinks he's had a psychotic break.
So you've heard of each other, or possibly even met each other, but you it's not like you're friends or anything. And equally, I'm sure that at some point Leela has visited Dr. Sharp for a monthly, 6 monthly checkup or whatever. I'm sure there's company policy around health checks.
Yes.
So I'm certain that's true. So what I would like you all to do now is roll me 8 dice and tell me anything that is over a 6. Oh.
How many dice?
8.
Okay. Do we re-roll the tens?
Count as over a...
You do not need to re-roll the 10s. And a 6 counts as over a 6, yes. Sorry, yes. 6 or better, I should have said.
So 6 or higher.
Yeah.
All right.
That's 4 and 4.
Oh,
I think,
5.
and 5 for Leela. Okay. So this is the moment. This is the moment when weapons fire from one of the ships hits your general location. You each take 4/4/5 health damage. You take 8 pain damage, or 1 less than health, 1 less than your maximum pain damage, depending on what you've got. So for Adrian, you take 6 pain damage, and ditto for Leela. Actually, you take 6 pain damage. You take 4/4/5 health damage. And, by the way, there are bodies burning around you right now of all of the people who are standing nearby. I rolled a ridiculous number of 10s. So what's happened is, pew! Like, this ship has just started opening fire. on random locations, and you are a convenient location with lots and lots of people there. There are probably a couple of other people, but it's a bit hard to tell when everything's burning around you. So I would like you all to roll me a double wits.
How much health points?
You are going to take 5, yeah. So, if everyone could please roll me a double wits.
Double wits.
Wow, that is actually 8 for absolutely everybody. You all have 4 wit.
Oh, we'll say we're pretty witty. 7 or higher, or 6?
7 or higher on this one.
7. Okay. And we can re-roll the 10s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 3.
2, 3, 3.
3. Everyone got 3 then. Okay, so all 3 of you are able to sort of stumble back towards the building. Obviously you know that the building will probably provide better cover from external weapons fire than standing out in the open. You're all able to stumble back in the building coughing.
Okay.
Dr. Sharp, do you have the desire to run back out into the thing and see if you can find anyone who's not dead? Given that you are within an inch of your own life at this point.
I believe that the company would be best served by having people that survive to recount that. If I see anyone kind of stumbling or anything, I'll run back out, but I currently have 2 employees of the company that need safeguarding.
Intelligence investigation to see if anyone is still stumbling.
Does Observant come into this?
Observant does not, because it's active.
Okie dokie, so...
yeah.
Sorry, was it Intelligence and Investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the threshold?
I'm looking for 7s or better.
Okie dokie, that's going to be 2.
Okay, you don't see anyone stumbling who isn't severely on fire and probably can't be saved. In your medical opinion, not likely.
Yeah, it would cost the company more to save them than to pay the family off. Yep, okay.
Pretty much, yeah. So you are all just inside the fire exit, which was destroyed in the attack actually, and you're able to look out and see that these ships are literally targeting various buildings. Boom, 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 boom. Any place where people have evacuated, they're targeting those. They're literally just trying to massacre as many people as possible.
Man.
Yeah.
Might I suggest we find a phone?
I know what's going on.
Okay. You can sync into the comms terminals that are not too far inside. There are some at reception, you're sure, and you can you're on the ground floor, so you can sort of snake your way around to reception.
Okay.
Okay, so you do that. Are you going to try and do that quickly, stealthily? How are you approaching this?
Quickly. If they're targeting groups of... yeah, if they're targeting buildings, then they might be targeting company property. I mean...
Buildings are company property.
If they're targeting other groups of people, well, that's the competition, and it's their fault for not working for the proper company. But
if they're targeting your company, this is terrible.
This is terrible.
Okay, so can everyone who wants to run as fast as possible roll me a double dexterity then?
I'll go on the suicide mission with you.
Again, I'm looking for 7s.
Okay.
Got a 10.
Leela, of course, you have 5 dice, so it's 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I got 4.
Alright, 4, and I'm sorry, I didn't see what you other 2 got. Dr. Sharp,
Wait,
it was
no,
2?
I only rolled half. Hang on.
Yeah, alright.
I got 7. Sorry.
So basically, Leela just takes off. Right, and the 2 of you, you're like moving it like, not slowly, but you're moving a lot slower. So Leela, you make it to reception way ahead of everyone else. The receptionists have gone, scarpered.
Running that fast.
But the terminals, well, maybe she runs marathons as a hobby.
Oh, okay.
She was there all along.
And the you know the receptionists have gone, but the consoles are open. So if you want to tap into them and try and contact someone to find out what's going on, you can do that.
I will give it a go.
Okay. So, you kind of it goes finding connection, and these two run up finding connection, beep, connection found, and on the screen appears the face of Justin Hardcastle, who's the current CEO of the company, and he says, "What's going on?"
I don't know. There's something shooting at us. Explosions everywhere. So many bodies.
He sort of looks closely at your overalls. Pilot? What?
Oh, yeah, I'm John Lavend.
Where's Jeremy?
One of your best pilots. Who's Jeremy?
Well, he's supposed to contact me in case of an emergency.
Mr. Hardcastle, we've come under attack by large interstellar ships that are currently in orbit and
What?
appear to be targeting evacuation sites.
You're
and
not
very
serious.
appalling. I'm very serious. I'm currently looking at how many ships have I seen?
You've seen a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least two.
Now I'd like while you're talking, I'd like everyone to roll me a wits and investigation.
Okay.
So he's like he's talking to you and he's like, you've got to be kidding. That's impossible. Where did they come from?
Is it 7 again?
It is 7s again. If I don't say
3.
it's 7s, right?
Cool.
Yep, 3. Okay, got it. 3,
5.
5. Okay. Right. So you hear sort of a chunk, 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 chunk noise, gradually getting louder. Yeah.
Is there a desk? Is this comms terminal? Is it on like the receptionist desk?
That's right, but the desk is very much fixed to the floor.
Okay, cool. Is it one of those ones where the receptionist can kind of hide behind it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I firmly place myself on the other side of the desk from where this noise is coming from.
Fair enough.
While still somehow managing corporate jargon in the report of no, everyone's dead.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to need an escort off planet then.
Yes, sir. Where are you
sir?
I'm currently over at Site L. I'm going to need you to come pick me up, and then we're going to have to get to one of the nearby spaceports. I mean, there are 3 or 4 options, but I'm going to need some help getting out of here. I'm here on business. I was just negotiating. I don't have much with me in the way of security. I think you should gather up everyone you can and come my way.
Yes, sir. Certainly, as quick as we can. Yeah. Do I know where Site L is?
Yeah. Site L is a publicly known site. It's just another office that's some distance away. By the way, chunk, 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 chunk. It's also accelerating as well.
Okay, as I say, certainly, sir. I'm going to take out the auto pistol and go. We'll be there momentarily. And
Do I have my SMG or?
Yeah, you've got it. Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll look over at the cadets.
And Leela, as you are a bit weapon challenged at the moment, there's actually a silenced assault rifle under the desk for security purposes.
Handy.
So
I
you
will
grab that.
Yes.
once we've concluded the call, do I think there'd be time to slap some medical aid on someone?
Yes, maybe. Well, chunk, 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 chunk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I park myself underneath the desk.
And
still
I'd
have
like everyone to roll a double dexterity, please. Quickly.
God.
Do I still have the new pilots with me? Or
No, they're all dead. They're all
okay,
fried.
got it.
Everyone got fried. You 3 were very lucky
Okay.
survivors. Law of averages said some people would survive, but you're the only ones who made it to the entrance.
Sure.
Choose
Alright.
objective.
I got 4.
Sorry, it was 2, 4, and
8.
8. Okay, so you fortunately, Dr. Sharp, you'd already ducked under the desk. The other two of you duck under the desk the moment you see the giant mech charge through the doors. And then skids to a halt and starts looking around.
John is gonna start taking off his clothes and rubbing dirt all over himself. He saw this in the movie.
There's no dirt. It's the office.
It's just like memos. You're just like dabbing yourself with memos and like the branded post-its that they always have.
Okay, John is taking off his clothes in response to this issue.
You are that one, right?
I seen this in the movie. I'm blending in.
Post-its.
I'm gonna look to the accountant, who is clearly the sanest person in the room. I never thought I'd say that.
More so than you.
Well, she's got an assault rifle. I've got my problem solver.
You could take some drugs that would make you not care anymore.
Is there any other places, like, in the office which could provide cover that I could, like, ninja roll to?
There's the doorway you came in through. There's the stairs. There's a lift. You could go round the corner behind where the lifts are. You could go round the other side of the lifts and point round.
Okay.
But that would be difficult to get to without being seen.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. In that case, can you roll me a dexterity and stealth? And we're having an opposed roll here because it is specifically looking for anyone who might be here.
Oh, sweet. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh dear.
7.
Oh wow! From the jaws of possible defeat. I rolled 3 1s and 2 successes, but one was a 10, and I rolled a 9 on the reroll. So it succeeded, but yeah, no, you just kind of vanish and like even your friends, just like your allies, they're just like, where'd she go? And then next, you're over near the lifts. I'm gonna say that 3 of you have probably implant networked at this point, so you know where each other are once you're there. And you can also communicate silently if you need to.
Okay.
So Doc, Leela vanished, and then she's by the lifts. How did that happen? John is clearly having a psychotic break.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
They found me.
I'm gonna administer some first aid to this person who I am going to just lie to myself and go, he's clearly undressing so I can get to his wounds. Honest. Clearly. This is the only reasonable answer.
Roll me an intelligence medicine.
Intelligence medicine, whilst just chewing on a painkilling pill and just... Ooh, all of the dice.
Yes, I believe it's 8.
Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's 5 successes. Oh, 6 successes.
Right, do you want to heal health or pain?
I will heal pain.
Okay, so 6 successes actually makes 12 because of expert field medic. So, John, you took 7 pain, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to heal all 7 pain, and then additionally you're going to heal an extra 2 health. So you're feeling much better.
It's like, okay. Alright. Thank you, Doc.
Can you please put your clothes back on? Please.
Why? I have nothing to hide.
Okay, at this point, Leela, you're the only one actually watching it. But you notice that the thing has zeroed in on the guys behind the reception desk and seems to be spinning up some weapons. So I'd like everyone to roll me an initiative, please.
That's
1 dice. You take 1 dice and you roll it and you add it to your initiative number.
Okay.
It's between your wits and your willpower.
I have 10.
That's not very good.
Yeah, I rolled pretty low.
Yeah.
Classic
11.
John.
Anyone else?
11.
And 14 for Leela. Okay, Leela 14. I've got 11 for sorry, it's Dr. Sharp. And that means that everyone except John, and John, could you roll off with me, please? I've got an 8.
Okay, I got 5.
5. So everyone except John is going to go before the mech.
Don't worry, I have a shield.
Yeah, okay, so Leela, the mech is spinning up and getting ready to open fire on your 2 allies. That might be going a bit far, but you know what I mean. Behind the reception
We're
desk.
best buds.
I'm just gonna try and shoot it with my assault rifle.
Okay, so you pull out your assault rifle and you open fire. You are going to be rolling a wits and gunnery. It has no defense, but it does actually count as a vehicle. So you're going to have to roll quite a lot to damage it. So you are fortunate in that this vehicle has no armor modifier. However, you are going to have to roll a 10 in order to do any damage to this at all.
Okay, so the 4 successes that I got, I need a 10.
You need to roll those 4 and try and get a 10 to do damage. And that's just damage, that won't kill it.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. So, no damage to the mech. Basically, you fire at it with your assault rifle, bullets bounce off it, and it notices you because you fired.
Okay.
Dr. Sharp.
Cool.
You're at the
over
sharp
on
end.
comm, I will just go, is it dead yet? And activate my shield if it's not already on.
Shields are automatically assumed to be activated when you're in combat.
Okay,
That's fine.
cool.
Okay.
Is there like another desk or another is there like a sofa or something away from this desk?
Not that's not closer to the thing.
Okay. I will Cyril figures this, stand up, scream, suppressing fire, and and try and make it harder for this to murder me.
So you're going to shoot it with your auto pistol?
Yeah. Covering fire.
Well, yeah, okay, covering fire it is. Okay, go ahead and roll me a wits and gunnery.
Okay.
Because technically, you might get lucky. I mean, you can't do any damage to it, but you can do covering fire.
Yeah. That's going to be 3 successes.
Okay. Right. The thing takes a step back. Right? And it's going to miss its turn because you genuinely succeeded at covering fire.
Okay, cool. Is there a staircase I can run to?
There is actually, yes.
I run to the staircase going, it's fine, you got this. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Says the guy as he runs away. Okay, so the mech is going to miss his turn because he's stunned from the covering fire. So it takes a step back and like maybe one of them like blinded one of its sensors or something. I don't know. It's a mech. So
Okay.
John.
All right. I'm also going to run for the stairs, and I guess I'll take a look at this mech. Do I recognize what type of mech it is?
Yeah. Roll me an intelligence and pilot.
Intelligence and pilot.
Because you're more a ship person. It's not like you couldn't drive mechs.
Right.
And they do exist in the Consortium, of course. But you've never actually had occasion to do it yet. Right. It's not like you probably couldn't sit down and do it, because it'll work the same way as a shuttle, right? So,
right.
Yeah.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Just 3.
3.
Yep.
You've never seen anything like this before. It vaguely resembles a disarm in that it's 2-legged and large. But you've never seen anything with this design before. This is something else.
Alright. I'll say, I I don't rec. It kind of looks like a disarm unit, but different.
Someone's upgraded.
I mean,
it's not standard issue.
Yeah, that is more accurate. It is not standard issue. It's a two-legged walker mech, but it's not like anything you've ever seen before. And that brings us back to Leela. Everyone else has left.
Yeah, I'm going to try and leave as well.
Are you going to go quickly or stealthily?
Quickly.
Okay, so you're going to run across, do a roll in the middle and try and end up in the stairwell and running up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a wits and investigation as you do that. I mean, that's all incorporated into your defense anyway, so.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Okay, there is another one that's just walking in the entrance now, so there's more than one.
You know I'm leaving.
Marines, we are leaving.
You take 4 hits. Wow, you've only got a shield 3. So as you are running, it just blam, 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 following you. You take 3 hits on your shield and 1 extra, and I'm going to see how bad that is. Ouch, you're going to take 1 health damage.
Okay.
You're getting pretty low now, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. So, you're all in the stairwell and legging it up the stairs. Leela, you are bleeding and probably losing some water as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Sharp, you're beginning to feel the adrenaline wearing off as you climb endless flights of stairs, and you're beginning to flag a little. And John, you're fine. You're wearing nothing but post-its and boxers, but you're fine.
Do we know
I guess if I...
Sorry, do we know if there's like an armory or like a security locker near this stairwell?
There is an armory, and none of you are security guards, so you probably wouldn't know exactly where it is, but you would reason it is within the building, and you would probably be able to find out where it was from the computers, as long as you were willing to do something a little bit frowned upon by the company, and actually sort of find out things that you're not supposed to know under normal circumstances.
Okay. Well,
Normal circumstances.
Indeed.
Once I'm up a few sets of stairs and begin to flag, I'll wait and kind of listen to see if our accountancy friend is catching up.
She is, but she's clearly in some distress.
Okay, then I'll wander over and I'll fix it.
Thank you.
Okay, roll me an intelligence medicine to try and fix Leela.
Okie dokie.
Can I also help with that?
You...
At least on the engineering side.
You can actually help. You could provide an extra dice, so you can do a charisma instruction, and you can transfer up to 1 dice thanks to your instruction in your medicine.
Okay.
So hang on, Doc, because you might get 1 extra dice.
Cool.
I got 4 successes.
Okay, so you transfer 1 dice. You can only transfer a maximum of the skill level that you're at, unless you have the instructor specialty. So, Doc, you have 1 bonus dice.
Cool.
And are you focusing on pain or health in this case?
How bad does our friend look?
Actually, I think you're 1 away from unconsciousness and death. So
Okay,
both are equally bad.
Health. I'm going to focus on health.
Okay.
And that's a lot of 10s.
Fortunate.
I'm just like shouting, "You need the duct tape! You need the duct tape!"
You missed that one on her face.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes.
Right, so that translates to 18, which will heal you, Leela, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 health, which is all of the health.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pain, which is all of the pain. You have literally been healed to full health in one go.
Thank you.
Nice job, Doc.
Yay! Just don't look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, when you do, there's like duct tape all over your face. Okay, that only leaves the doctor actually injured at this point, or badly injured anyway. At this point,
I'm able to function, and I should not be a drain on company resources.
you are beginning to flag, actually.
You're not able to run up the stairs at the same pace. The adrenaline's wearing off, and you are in a lot of pain right now.
I can attempt to patch you up.
I look at I assume the dirty set of boxes and go, I will fix this. Might I suggest we come up with a plan in the interim on where we need to go, what we need to do, what those things were, and let's walk and talk. And hello, I'm Dr. Adrian Sharp. You probably know me. I only know you by employee numbers. It's nothing personal. It's confidentiality.
That's not true. You know him as the boxers guy.
He's also a crazy man with duct tape in nothing but boxer shorts. I am not antagonising him. It's like when there's a crazy man shouting at the seagulls on the train when there are no seagulls. You do not point anything out. And I will attempt to patch myself up. So that's going to be medicine again.
First thing we gotta do is check and see if they have any tracking devices on us.
Yeah.
I'll do a search.
No. I do not consent. No. No. I'll just chew on another pain meds. I'm chewing them like they're candy. It's a bit stressful.
Are you supposed to eat that many?
It's for research for the company. It's about thresholds. It's fine. If I had a problem, I have to go to a meeting.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just lean over to Lee and just say, maybe he just really likes sugar. Because I mean, they're just sugar pills, right?
Placebo makes sense.
Yeah.
I know. Ed, can I self heal, or is that not?
You can self heal. Yeah.
I can self heal.
Yeah. Fine.
I will.
What I'm likely to do is make it an 8 instead of 7 for threshold, because it'll be a bit more difficult to reach the various burns on yourself and operate on yourself.
Yes. Okay. Cool. If Mr. Medic wants to shout at me about how I'm doing it wrong, that would be fine.
All right. You should put duct tape on it.
Yeah, duct tape for burns. I'm in the duct tape for burns group.
Is this intelligence and medicine or instruction?
Intelligence and instruction in this case.
Okay.
Alternatively, you want to try and patch it with duct tape. That can only end well.
Okay. Well, I succeed, so I passed the 1 point.
Okay. So you get 1 bonus dice.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be 5 in total, and I'm going to heal some of this pain damage.
Pain first. So how many pain do you have right now?
6.
Right, so you're going to heal 5 of your 6 pain.
Yep.
Down to 1 pain. There we go. Right. So you are feeling a little better. You've also got a couple of health damage, don't you?
Yes.
Like 4.
Yeah, 4 health damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're still not feeling great, to say the least. But yeah, I think it is plan time. I think John is not wrong. And actually, Doc also said a similar thing. Plan time.
All right. Well, we got death below us, so I guess we can only go up or across this floor, and we got to go to building L.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, we're going to need transport or a way of getting the boss to a spaceport safely.
What do I know? What ships are here? In this facility?
So there wouldn't usually be ships here, but there will be. There's like an inverted commas car park. There's obviously the employee one, which is down at the bottom underground or whatever, and then there's the one which is like for the executives that's on a higher floor.
Let's go for that one.
It might be harder to get in, but there are definitely going to be. And there are definitely going to be executives that are paranoid enough to have armored cars.
Yeah.
So either we can secure a ride first and then pick them up, or pick them up and then try and find.
I think if we secure a ride, then that will make us getting there safer.
Yeah, I mean you've also got to get there, which is not. I mean you don't want to run around on the bottom levels, so. The knowledge of the building will tell you that probably you need to find out the best ways through this building while passing through the minimal number of stairs and floors. So
What kind of floor are we on at the moment? Where we
probably 3 or 4, like when you started to flag. They don't seem to be following you at this point, so you're still in the stairwell.
Okay, well, let's go into an office on this floor, find a computer terminal, we'll view an internal map. We need to find the armory, we need to find the best way to the car park.
Yeah, the hopper bay is the phrase you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Alright, I'll leave the tippy-tappy to you guys. I don't know how to do work with computers.
Neither of these are fantastic either, but anyway.
You're a pilot? Don't they run on computers?
Yeah, but only by using them the way you're supposed to use them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to put things together. I don't know how the software runs.
Okay.
It's magic as far as I know.
Okay, so you guys are going to enter the office. So roll me a wits and investigation as you enter the office. Observant does apply for Dr. Sharp.
Investigation. Okay. One, two, three. Oh, almost failed it.
Six.
2.
Okay, so we've got John and Leela. You don't particularly notice anything as you walk in.
It's a room. Yes.
Well, no, it's one of the offices, and you go straight to one of the terminals, and presumably Leela, you're going to start working on it, assuming that the doc will grab another one and try and do the same thing in parallel.
Yeah.
Adrian, you, on the other hand, hear a whimpering under one of the desks near the back of the room.
Okay.
There's someone under there.
Okay, I will holster or put the pistol in my bag and approach and just very calmly say, hello there, we are with the company, everything is under control, I'm going to walk around the desk now, please do not conduct any aggressive acts that could be construed as attempting to harm company property. Thank you.
Charisma and esteem, I think, in this case.
Okay. I've got a point in esteem, it's fine.
I know, yeah. But that sounds like you're saying, don't harm company property because I'm part of the company. That sounds like esteem.
Yep. Part of the ship, part of the crew. 3 successes.
Okay, so under the desk is actually a lab-coated scientist.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably from a floor above, got part way down, and then ducked in here to hide.
Mm-hmm.
And he just sort of looks up at you, and he's sort of...
hello there, I'm Dr. Sharp. We've probably met at your annual physical. What's your name? No?
What's happening?
We appear to be in... I believe the term is in extreme times. There's been some weapons fire, but it's fine. They're only on the ground floor. We are not.
So I should say this is a Eulutian, and his skin is turning increasingly bright cyan. He's becoming increasingly distressed.
Okay.
As you're talking.
Okay. Everything's fine though because we are not on the ground floor. They are not following us up. The glass is stable. The building is largely secure, and we are here to help you.
I was working on the drives, and then there was an explosion, and someone said to evacuate, and I got in the lift, and the lift got stuck, and then it opened on this floor, and I climbed out, and I heard weapons fire, and I did what you're supposed to do. I hid under the desk. You're supposed to do that. I read that.
Yes, you are. You did it very well.
And it didn't say what to do next, and I'm lost. I'm confused. How if I can't go through the entrance and they're down, how do I get home? Am I supposed to still be working? I mean, this is still working hours. I don't.
I think work has ended for today.
Look, you are very lucky, good employee. We have been given a special assignment by the executive board, and that job is to stay alive.
By Mr. Hardcastle himself.
By Mr. Hardcastle himself. And we are going to. Do you know? You work on this part of the building, don't you?
Floor 11. Floor 11. Ship drives.
Yes, ship drives. So you would. So do you know if there are any hover vehicles or workable
That's
ships?
when John pops in. It's like, ships?
On the nearby floors that we could get?
Unless you want to go down, the nearest is probably the executive hoppers. But won't they want their hoppers?
We've been given broad authority by Mr. Hardcastle to utilise all company property.
But those are private property. I mean,
of hard-working employees who I'm sure would offer them in the company's time of need.
I guess you're right.
They're parked on company property, therefore we are liable for them. So we must safeguard them by allowing them to leave.
By taking them away.
You're sweating a lot there, Doc.
Charisma persuasion, I think. In the meantime, Leela, would you like to roll me an intelligence and computer as you try to break into the terminal?
Internally, I'm just weeping. I'm just like...
I just like whip out a dirty rag and I was like, you should dry yourself off there.
You rip a bit off your boxers.
Oh, God. Oh, extra-dimensional entities whose existence like that.
I got 2.
I cleaned them a week ago.
Okay, 2. Okay, you're able to get into the basic stuff, but you're struggling to get into anything that's there are classified files and there are great areas of the building that are not marked. There is an armory marked. That's on floor 34.
Okay.
And actually there seems to be some kind of ability to lock down the building from 34 and lower, but you don't have access clearance.
Okay. We should probably try and do that then.
As has been said several times, on about the 50th floor there is a hopper bay, which it's not the 50th floor because obviously John was there before, but it's about the 53rd floor. There's a hopper bay. And it's the executive hopper bay. There are hoppers in there.
Yeah. So we should go floor 34. Get armory stuff. Then go to the 53rd floor hopper bay, and then.
Don't we need clearance to get inside the armory?
We'll just get there. It's fine.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
This lab technician does. I'm going to ask. So he works in ship drives. What level computer access do you have?
I just work on the systems. I'm just a junior scientist. I like physics. I only graduated 3 years ago. Hardcastle wanted someone to work on drives, and I've been working with Dr. Stevens on the supertanker project, and it's amazing, and the ideas that he has are years ahead of even what Smirtios can do. And yeah, he just goes off on this massive, this massive.
I listened to it all and then I say, "Did you see Dr. Stevens get out?"
No. He's over presenting in Building L today.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, we're going there.
Yeah. Well, good news. You'll be. We're heading over there to make sure that Dr. Stevens is safe. So if you come with us, and we'll get you back on track. I mean, you've stuck to company policy under extreme circumstances. I mean, I think, junior technician grade 3 is right on your at your annual review.
He's going to look as close to pleased as he can under the circumstances when terrified.
Okay. Yep.
Just
Because he's currently fairly convinced he's about to die.
Okay.
Just one word of advice: you should probably get rid of the lab coat. They probably got a tracking device on there.
Really? Oh, okay. And he removes the lab coat.
Good man.
I
do well. You follow me.
Yeah. And he looks at you, and you've obviously got burns all over your skin, right? Because you've just been blown up. They're healing, but
Yeah.
you have burns on you, and he just kind of leans over to you, Doc, and he says, is he okay?
He is the best asset that we currently have, or one of them. He's not okay, but he's
Just like
fine.
picking my nose at this point.
Yeah, he's fine. Just if we hear anything scuttling, just find a desk to hide under, and we'll get you through this.
Okay.
I'll then turn to our accountancy friend and ask, okay, so what did we find on the computer system? What do we know?
So you can then update the other two as to what's happened. And just in summary, that is floor 34 and below can be locked off from the rest of the building. Mm-hmm. So only the top floors are isolated, just in case there's some kind of riot or something. Trying to get close to the top floors of a building on Tyrannus is a bad idea. They have defenses to stop you doing that. EMPs are one of those defenses. They need to be deactivated if you're going to fly in or out of the top floors. Yep. You've got the armory is on the 34th floor, mm-hmm. and the hopper bay is on the 53rd floor. The executive hopper bay.
Leela, were you able to access a map or something so we can try and figure out how to get there whilst going through as fewer possible, and I very quietly go, problem areas. It's possible. Do we know if any of the lifts are working?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I did.
So you do have two basic choices. The stairwell that you're in, or you've come from, you can continue to use it and climb.
Okay.
I vote stairways. I don't trust.
You can also, one of the lifts is working perfectly. The other two main ones are down at the moment.
Okay.
We could use the other lift, right?
I don't know. People track lifts.
That's a
Seems
lot
like
of
a bad
stairs. Sorry, I'm speaking as the scientist now. I'm like, that's a lot of stairs to the 53rd floor.
Stairs, and that would cause unnecessary wear and tear on the stairs.
And the shoes.
Situation. And all our company issued shoes.
Yeah, I don't like these company shoes. I'd rather be barefoot.
You're only wearing your shoes and your boxers at the moment, if I'm right. So, well, and some Post-its. So.
Yes.
Right, I just need to go and find some bleach to take the image from my mind. I'll say, I suggest that we head towards the active lift. It might...
Fine, but if they find us,
it's clearly a company procedure that they have, one lift that can survive nearly anything for just such eventualities.
I hate to point this out, but there are actually 3 lifts that can survive nearly anything.
Adrian thinks this and chooses to ignore it.
Okay. But you're the boss. You're the boss. I mean, who's in charge?
I kind of.
You kind of look at Leela, who's scary, and you kind of look at John, who's nuts. I guess you're in charge for now, Doc?
Yes, because in accordance with company policy, in the case of an emergency, I am to direct emergency response. We are the emergency response. So, let's go and find a lift.
Okay.
Works.
I guess we walk off. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you made that up.
So, you walk up to the lifts, and one of them is working.
Yep.
And one of them, the numbers just seem to be ascending from 1, 2, 3, and one of them seems to have got stuck and the power's down or something.
Okay.
Alright. I will ready my gun. Just in case if there's any surprises.
Okay, let's call the lift.
The lift arrives very quickly. The lifts in the modern Consortium are gravity neutralized, so they can move very, very quickly up and down the buildings.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
You're obviously John. You're watching the lift, and you notice that the lift kind of goes down to 3 and then back up to 4 again, and then down to 3 and 2 and back up to 4 again. It's kind of moving a lot up and down, and gradually increasing its range. Right.
I'll point this out to everyone else. Like, I think that there's something wrong with that elevator. It's going up and down a lot. I don't like that.
Ding! Lift opens. Your lift, the one you called.
Yep. Yeah. Well, in that case, might as we get just far away from that lift as we can, and from the ground floor. What floor was the armory on?
34.
34. So let's go and try floor 34.
Okay, so beep.
Alright.
So-
I'm inspecting the inside of the lift. For
Okay.
obvious tracking bugs.
Intelligence investigation.
Okay.
You all have a moment. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're in the lift and you're traveling?
I'm just going to reassure the scientist that everything is under control. Situation normal-ish.
I got no successes, no ones.
There are no bugs in the lift. It's totally clean, obviously.
Alright.
Well, I mean, probably the lift is being monitored from the outside on what floor it's on because there are numbers and
Yeah.
But as far as you can tell, no one's listening to what you were saying.
Alright.
I will make a comment that only at Hardcastle Haulage would we have been able to survive this far.
Roll me a charisma persuasion.
Oh.
I'm not sure he's going to agree with you because he's about to argue that Smirtior Security are probably better equipped to deal with hostile intruders.
Okay.
Probably.
2 successes.
Oh, let's see. Oh no, he does indeed. He does indeed. Sort of go. It could have been a lot worse. I'm glad I'm not still at university because I don't. I think everyone's going to be dead, aren't they?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You know, they're only targeting. Well, universities are usually out of the way. And then I'll just trail off and go in silence as I just progressively, in the most middle-class way possible, dig myself a hole.
And Leela, what would you like to do while you're travelling in the lift?
Nothing really. I'm just focusing on surviving.
Closer look at your weapon, kind of quick look and make sure it's all in working order. Everything's fine, you know, that kind of stuff.
Badass half assembling it, reassembling it on the go somehow, and
yeah, okay, that's
I see
fine.
that. I'm just gonna lean over to the dock and be like, "Is that normal for accountant to do that?"
Hardcastle Haulage encourages all employees to have a vast portfolio of skills and hobbies.
He's not wrong about that, actually. In canon, that is true.
I will walk over to Leela and just ask, so, when you were dealing with the thing in the lobby, did you anything of note?
No. I can't kill it.
It's tough, yeah. I mean, I was going to say, yeah, probably the primary thing that you took away from that in your mind, Leela, is that it is very tough.
Okay.
Well, that's the whole point of using mechs. They're supposed to be, you know, anti-personnel.
Yeah, you're going to need something a lot bigger if you're going to consistently defeat those.
Okay. In that case, then I'll ask. So, if we did find something considerably bigger to perhaps deal with this, would your vast array of skills include using those?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Like the overwink of sure.
I'm an accountant. Like, I'll do what I can.
I don't think we need to crunch numbers at the moment, but okay.
Well, I don't know. Crunching the numbers at the moment, we're doing rather well.
Yeah, I mean, statistically speaking, you should all be dead.
Yeah. I mean, the ROI from Hardcastle haulage for our years of employ is just through the roof at this stage.
Well, only if you rescue Justin.
Yes.
If you don't rescue Justin, then less so.
Yes.
Because all you've done is throw ammo at something and not killed it.
Definitely taking a sick day after this.
I stare at the duct tape that's holding your insides on the insides.
Ding! The lift opens.
All right.
Right.
You're on floor 34.
Okay. Right. Let's find the armory.
All right. There's probably signs that say where it is.
No, there aren't.
Oh, okay.
They don't want people to find the armory easily.
No.
Oh, okay.
Say again, sorry?
Do I remember where it is from the?
It was only broadly laid out. So you've got the whole floor. You've got various directions you can go, and you're going to have to search for a short while.
Okay.
But there's a limited amount of area.
Yeah.
That it can be.
Well,
So if everyone wants to roll me an intelligence and investigation to look for the armory, unless anyone else is doing anything else.
No, I'll help with the search.
Alright.
What was the technician's name again?
He never actually gave you his name. He never asked for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
I
just
guess
don't
that's
care.
what I
Just don't care.
I guess it's the point of him saying, you with me, we're gonna search for this armory.
Yeah. One question before we do. Should we be worried about that?
I'll look at where he's pointing.
He's pointing at the second lift.
Oh. Maybe we'll fix this
No. It's now ascending quite rapidly through the floors. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Is there an emergency kind of break glass button near the lifts?
we can lock it down from this floor if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that fast then.
I run.
Alright.
Where?
Intelligence search.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it quickly. So you're gonna need a nice lot of successes. Your friend is gonna help you. We're looking for 7s or better. Are you? But I need everyone to specify. Are you looking for the armory or for the lockdown?
I'm looking for lockdown.
If she mentioned the lockdown, I would help with the lockdown.
She did.
I'll look for the armory.
Okay. Right. So lockdown people, and presumably you've directed your scientist buddy to look for the lockdown as well. Okay. So I'll take the lockdown people first, and then I'll go on to the armory.
That
Okay.
was our intelligence investigation.
Intelligence investigation,
Right?
7s or better. 4.
Man, that was nearly a fail. 3 successes.
4 and 3 and 2. You've got 9 successes and you needed 10. You haven't found it yet. Let's look again. Ding.
1.
1.
Yeah. As the lift goes ding, you find it. It's actually a fairly obvious pull-down switch. It's just like quite a way away from the lift, so you can't just walk in the lifts and pull it. But you find it. It's quite an obvious. It says lockdown. You pull it, but by that time the lift has already gone ding, and you can hear a chunk, 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 chunk,
And
chunk.
I guess
Chunk,
I'll say
chunk,
through the,
chunk, chunk,
through the
chunk.
network that it's here. It's one of those disarm modified unit mech things.
Right, and in terms of searching for the armory, how did you do, Doc?
2 successes.
2 successes.
Does observant apply?
Observant does not apply because this is active. Yeah, you really chose the wrong one.
Yeah.
For your character, you chose the wrong one. But that's okay. You'll have a chance to level up at some point during the campaign. You can add thorough if you want it. Okay. Oof. Nasty. Okay. Right, so you guys are... you guys have found the switch and Leela pulled it. So Leela, you've locked down everything 34 and below. None of the lifts will work. All of the blast doors close. No one can get anywhere, in or out. You are also aware that there is something on your floor right now.
I would like to try and hide from it, whilst also looking for the
Whilst
armory.
also looking. So I would like you to roll me an intelligence and stealth, please.
Intelligence and stealth.
What do you want to do, John?
I also want to hide, and I'll tell the scientist guy to do the same.
And keep looking for the armory, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I got 5.
Yeah, we need to find that armory as well.
Okay, intelligence and stealth then. Okay, so that's 5. Wow, that was a good roll.
Yeah.
No. For him, off 5 dice, he got 4 successes.
Oh, nice.
For the tech.
Oh, snap. Oh. Alright. I got 3 successes.
Okay, so, Doc, what are you doing? Are you still looking for the armory? Are you hiding? What are you doing?
I'm still looking for the armory.
Are you hiding while looking for the armory, or are you just looking for the armory?
How far into the floor am I? Am I, like, can I still see the lift or hear it?
No. You can hear the thing, and it's chunking around because the floor's just not that big, right?
Yeah.
It's big and heavy, and it's moving, so you can feel the vibrations and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Right. If it's that far away from me, then I'll keep on looking, just brazenly, on the theory of if I find an armory, there's going to be an armored door that I can hide behind.
Okay, roll me an intelligence investigation then.
Okay.
Do I remember if the standard disarm models have, like, heat sensors?
Standard disarm models have heat sensors.
Okay.
That's another success. No, sorry, 3 more successes.
Okay, so, you, between you, in fact, I'm going to tell you what, the scientist, your tech friend, he goes, like, I'm assuming you've integrated him into your cranial implant network, right? So he goes, hey, I found a big, thick door that I can't open. Do you think that might be the armory?
Yes.
I'm not really. I'm sorry. I'm not very good with weapons. I don't really. I'm a pacifist. I don't like guns. I don't really want to go in there. And he is going cyan. You know, as far as you can tell, he's being honest.
Okay, cool. I leg it with that. I leg it over.
Now you get to roll me a wits and investigation, and your observant applies.
Yay.
Does everyone else head towards the armory as quickly as possible?
Yes. I will take note of any refrigerators I see along the way.
There are no refrigerators because because you aren't allowed to have food on this floor. You have to go to the company canteen and buy from the company, obviously. Okay, so 4 successes for your observant. So you're running and you're about to run around the corner, and then you realise that the thing is just around the corner. So you back up, and you do indeed manage to get around the other way, avoiding it just barely. And the 4 of you, I should say, because including the tech, regroup at the armory. Okay, you're at the armory.
Okay.
How do we get in?
Maybe I can take it apart.
The door?
Well, not the door, but I assume there's like a panel or something.
The mechanism. Yeah. You can have a go at that. Yeah. Roll me an intelligence and engineering. You are carrying your engineering kit. That helps.
I keep everything in my overalls.
You left your overalls behind, so I hope not.
No, I took my overalls.
I thought you took them off.
No, the doc told me to put them back on.
Oh, right, okay.
You listened? What?
Yeah.
I thought you
You
were wearing
helped
nothing
me,
but shoes,
so-
boxers, and post-it notes.
No, I still got the post-it notes.
It's camouflage.
Yeah, it's camouflage. I look like, you know, the Office.
Yeah, like an office desk. Yeah.
Alright.
In a world gone mad, perhaps only a crazy man can save us.
I got 2 successes.
You are working on taking the door apart as you hear the chunk, 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 chunk getting louder.
Can
I'm gonna
I
need more time.
grab our scientist friend and put him in front of the door?
In front of the door.
Yes.
The idea being to what?
So when the mech inevitably shoots at us, it shoots at him and shoots at the door, breaking open the door. You gave me the cold as ice quack, okay?
Okay. All right. No, fair enough.
No one needs to
Yeah,
know
you
man.
roll me a double strength and you'll manhandle him in front of the door. You don't have to do very well. He's just gonna be like, whoa. You just need a 4 threshold for that one. He's just gonna be like, whoa, what are you doing?
2.
Yeah, no, he's like, whoa, what are you doing? And he's just sort of standing there.
I'm just gonna just hold him. I'm not saying anything.
Like that, I assume, rather than like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to be prepared to dive roll out of the way.
Right, got it.
Too busy working on the door to notice.
Doc?
So it's around the corner from us.
It is.
Okay.
It's on its way, yeah.
Okay. Can I find if the door's kind of? Sorry, can I find is there a desk or an office that I can duck in?
You could duck around another corner. So basically, there's sort of a U-shaped corridor, and the door goes into another area of the building, and you could go. It's coming from one way, and you could go around the other way and be round the corner
There's
from it.
nothing kind of closer to where it is that I could duck into.
Not really.
Okay.
It's the armory door if it was open, round the corner or nothing.
Okay, I'll go around the corner, get the auto pistol out, and start prepping to yell, suppressing fire.
It worked last time.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And the scientist is like going, why am I standing here? I mean, what use am I here? I'm not going to do any good.
We're just waiting for the door to open.
Okay. Roll me a
Quiet, I'm working
charisma
on it.
persuasion, please. Roll me a charisma persuasion. We're just waiting for the door to open. Wow, let's see how dumb he really is. Pretty dumb.
4.
Yep. Oh, okay, right. I don't really want to go inside though. Like I
that's
said, guns make me nervous, but maybe I can keep watch once it opens or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess. Okay. Roll me one more roll for working on the door.
Okay.
This dude's dead. This dude is so dead.
I got 4 successes this time.
Okay. So yeah, you're getting pretty close now. You're not there yet, but you're getting closer.
Alright. I need
It's-
silence.
It's not supposed to be easy to get in the door, and it's not
I know.
easy. So it comes around the corner, and at this moment, Leela, I'm assuming you jump out of the way and head towards where the doctor is.
Yeah.
I duck out and start screaming suppressive fire.
He's just going to duck exactly where he is. He's going to stay where he is and duck, like put his arms over his head. Because he wasn't expecting you to run away and he's not sure what to do, there's no cover. So he just sort of ducks and makes himself as small a target as possible. It is going to open fire on the first thing it sees, which is indeed going to be him. You're monsters. You are. Yeah. Terrible people. Terrible, terrible people. What did he do to you?
He shall always be remembered as that guy.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, no, it walks around the corner. He's not wearing any armor, any shield. It goes blah 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 blah, and like he's just full of holes. It got the kill threshold 3 times. So,
I'm just like, who's spraying water on me? God, why is it red?
Suppressing fire?
yeah, you leap out and yell suppressing fire. So roll me a suppressing fire roll.
Okay.
Suppressing fire after the guy's already dead.
I was saying, like, when it arrived. But
Yeah, no, I know, but it saw
dramatic.
him before it could see you anyway, because you were further around the corner. So it could come part way around the corner and see him, and then it would have to go all the way around for it to see you. So
yeah, that's better. Angles are a thing, and also it's a mech. It's got faster reaction times than I do.
So how'd you do?
2.
Yeah, this time it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Fuck, it's learning. Plan B, guys. Plan B.
Leela, what are
Working
you
on
gonna
it.
do?
How fast am I?
10.
So, I mean, well, I'm more like, can I distract it away from the door? Because I'm assuming it didn't blow open the door.
It did not. No, it just killed him.
Okay. I mean, it was worth a shot, right?
Yeah, well, I guess, as long as you don't mind sacrificing his life, yes.
I do not.
Probably the best way to distract him would be to run up close and attack, and then maybe slide round or past it and run off down the corridor. Maybe you can make yourself seem more of a threat.
So I do have a concealed sword.
I'm aware, yeah.
So I'm a run up and try and like stab in like it's like mechanism. Like usually if it's got like armory.
Yeah, are you going to go for a joint and actually try and like take an arm off?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to try and stab into a deep part of its mechanism? Because those are two choices.
Let's go for a deep part of it.
A deep part of it.
I'll try that.
So, go ahead and roll me a dexterity and melee. Yeah, so you guys are watching as she runs up and a sword just appears out of her arm into her hand, and she stabs at it.
That's 5.
Roll me those for damage.
Standard accounted equipment.
My kill threshold is a 7, and I got 2 8s.
Did you get any 10s?
No.
You have unfortunately, I mean, like, you managed to actually get quite far inside, but
Yeah.
you did not manage to do any significant damage to it.
Okay, that's fine.
Unfortunately, it's very, very hard with normal personal weapons to defeat a mech.
I figured it would be, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
But what you're primarily doing is you're stabbing it, but you're also trying to then slide past and get around and lead away from the door. So you also leg it.
Yes.
Right. John, you're going to get to roll.
Okay.
For your engineering. Yeah, who's spraying water on me? Jeez.
I'm trying to work here.
Do we have to play with squirt guns? Can't we do something else?
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Grow up.
In the water, there are chemtrails. Come on.
Alright, I got 3 successes. I'm not rolling up.
Okay, and the door begins to open, like slowly. You can
I got
continue,
it.
so you can continue to work on it to open the door more quickly, but it's going to take another whole round to open if you don't.
Okay. I'll continue to work on it.
Okay, so that'll be next town. So now this thing's going to open fire at Leela, who has 4 defense. And Leela, you're going to take 2 hits on your shield, which will have regenerated by now.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it has indeed sort of swiveled round. It's swiveled at the waist in a way that a disarm doesn't. So literally the top half just just spun round, and just sort of followed you down the corridor. You managed to dive out of the way after only just a couple of bullets hit your shield.
Perfect.
Adrian.
So there's a mech with an accountant on top of it.
No. The accountant's run off down the corridor.
The accountant's run off. Okay.
The mech has its back to you, and the door is slowly opening.
Okay. I'm going to back round the. I'm just gonna take cover around the corridor on the theory of its attention's gone that way. There's no sense drawing its attention back to where the door is.
Sure.
And
Just
on the
be grateful that Leela did something awesome and saved your ass.
yeah, basically. Unlike the net, I'll just say teamwork makes the dream work.
I guess I mumble some teamwork. I'm doing all the work here.
Playing with squirt guns.
Children.
In that case, John, would you like to roll another engineering roll? Let's see how you do.
All right. Roll this, roll that. Yes, another 10. Come on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Okay, the door begins to open much more swiftly, and you can duck inside now if you want to.
All right, I will.
Okay.
What do I see in there?
It's an armory. It's full of pretty much every kind of weapon you could want. Barring resistance-made weapons, so no heavy pistols, pretty much everything else is in there. Like, anything that's not totally illegal.
Got it.
So rocket launchers are in there.
Excellent.
There are,
Probably what we'll be looking at first.
there are not any plasma weapons in there either. They're a bit expensive.
Okay.
But yeah, rocket launchers, grenades, shotguns, assault rifles, handguns, swords, you name it.
All right. I got the door open, guys.
Sweet.
Even shields and stuff. So, you know,
Okay.
other things as well. Armor.
Oh, I'll go. Hey, I got. I see some shields for the techie guy. Where is he?
Anyway, in the meantime, the mech is now chasing after you, Leela, and it rounds the corner again with just enough time to shoot at you before you round the next corner. So you have defense of 4. That was awful, and it gets one more hit on your shield.
Okay, so my shield's down.
Your shield is down, yeah. You ducked round a corner just in time as the bullets hit the wall. You've been quite lucky so far.
Yeah.
You know you're good, but you've also been quite lucky.
Mhm. Okay. Cool. How long will it take for me to get back round to?
You can circle round in a couple of turns.
Okay, perfect.
Right. Doc.
Cool. I am legging it into the armory.
Roll me an wits investigation as you do. Observant does apply.
Okay. Stop goes wrong. That was an awful wrong. That's going to be 3 successes.
Okay. 3 successes. So, you have... Yes. You notice that the mech seems to have left some kind of flying drone facing in your direction.
Okay.
And as you run towards the armory door, you're able to dive inside the armory just before it shoots where you were a second ago.
Okay.
Because fortunately you noticed it.
Okay. Given it's the corporate HQ, I mean, there's rocket launchers and stuff, but is there any kind of anything that looks kind of, in case of emergency and rogue mech?
EMPs?
EMPs, yeah.
EMP grenades?
Yep.
Be aware you want to be far away from those when they go off, or in a Faraday cage, because they will shut down implants.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll put one of those in the go bag, just in case.
Okay. So you can. Well, now you're up to encumbrance problems because you're going to have to drop something if you want to carry EMP grenades.
Okay.
They are to encumbrance.
Oh, right. Okay. Never mind then. I'll delegate later. I will swap out the auto pistol for an assault rifle. Which I think
that is still putting you over your encumbrance limit. Oh no, I'm sorry. I've written down 2 on your light armor for some reason because I'm dumb.
Okay.
So no, you're okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're okay.
Alright.
So yes,
Cool.
you can swap out your auto pistol for an assault rifle.
Okay, cool. And I'll just say over the net, there's EMP grenades in here if someone competent wants to solve this problem. Also, there's another flying drone thing outside the armory door that's shooting at people.
Oh, okay.
So I believe we are now back to John.
I guess I'm going to drop my engineering kit and I'll pick up the EMP grenades.
Oh no, I'm really sorry. We're not back to John. I've missed Leela, haven't I?
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm still running.
Yeah, you're still running. Is there anything else you want to do apart from run?
No.
Are you going to try and vanish so you run around the corner and it can't find you, or are you just going to run and keep leading it?
No, I want to try and vanish if that's an option.
Yeah, you can try. I mean, it's not easy, but you can have a go. So roll me a dexterity and stealth. Wow. Seriously?
Okay, I just dropped a dice somewhere.
I'm moderate fumbled, so
Oh.
don't
okay,
fumble.
sweet. No, I haven't. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Okay. So you indeed managed to shake it, and you can now make it back to the armory next turn.
Perfect. Sweet.
Okay, now it's John. I'm very sorry.
I think I was dropping the engineering kit to pick up the EMP grenades.
Okay.
Or
All right, you've got a little extra space, actually. You've got a little extra space if you do that, because EMP grenades are 2, and engineering kit is 3.
Oh, okay. Well then, can I instead pick up the disposable rocket launcher? Because I think that's 3.
I need to double check because I don't remember the stats on that. So 1 second. The answer is. I mean, I remember the damage and kill stats. I just don't remember the other stats. There are quite a number of disposable rocket launchers. There are definitely some there.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. Spaceships. Come on, where are you?
With the Consortium,
right
the rocket launcher, it has less collateral problems than an EMP grenade.
Yes and no. I mean, if you're not standing in the explosion, then a rocket launcher is not causing you too many problems. If
The regular rocket launcher is really heavy.
Yeah. You're right, it's encumbrance 3. Yep. It only gets 2 shots, but it's encumbrance 3.
I only need 1.
That's optimistic. We'll see. Okay, so you drop your engineering kit and grab one of the disposable rocket launchers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to take a look at what else is in there? I mean, like, there are other things you could have looked at. I don't know.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Well, I mean, I just want to deal with the
one at the mech.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. In that case, that's your turn. And that's cool.
Okay.
All right. So the mech is totally lost and is sort of wandering the corridors trying to reacquire its target because Leela has vanished. Which makes it, I believe, the doc's turn.
This flying thing that was shooting at me on the way in, is it still shooting at the door? Or...
No, it's not firing. No.
Okay. In that case, I will go to the door and try and shoot at this flying drone thing.
With the assault rifle?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a wits and gunnery. It has a defense of 3.
Okay.
So wits and gunnery -3.
Okay.
You are looking for 7s to hit it. And the good news is that it does not count as a vehicle for actual size relative to your bullets.
Okay.
So it has the normal damage and kill threshold.
Cool. So that's... what's the kill threshold on assault rifle?
5-7, I believe. Damage 5, kill 7.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
To hit, though.
I got 2 successes, rolled them for damage.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Got a 2 and a 7.
Okay, so loud noises. Bam, 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 bam. This one's not silenced. And the thing just blows up. Yeah, you got it. It's dead.
Cool.
You did possibly deafen John just a tiny bit because you fired an assault rifle in an enclosed space that was not silenced. Yeah, John, you're feeling a bit deafened.
What?
I said catchphrase.
I can't hear you.
Leela, you round the corner and you're basically faced with the doctor standing near the armory door, an explosion ahead of you, and kind of the armory's in there.
I'll just duck into the armory. Hang on, what's my 2-4? How much encumbrance were the EMPs that we were talking about?
They were
before?
2. Do you want to roll me a wits and investigation though? Because there's something else in here that might interest you.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I moderate fumble.
Okay, there's nothing else in here that might interest you.
No.
Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, no, I can't pick up the EMPs anyway.
Wow, now I feel really bad for you. Anyway, yeah, you pick up the EMP grenades. What are you dropping to pick those up? It's 2.
What's the difference between my needler and my sword?
Your needler is capable of ranged attacks, and the 9 it ignores armor but has no kill threshold. It won't ignore vehicle armor. Your sword could actually scratch one of these things if you rolled really well. Your needler is completely incapable.
I don't really want to drop anything though. Can I drop it through and then get back up?
I'll let you carry 1 grenade. You know, if you're going to use literally 1 grenade, I'll let you carry 1 grenade in your hand.
I will carry 1 grenade.
Without becoming over encumbered.
Yeah.
I think that's just reasonable. But you have to use it relatively quickly. Right.
Yes.
So, you run in, grab an EMP grenade and run out again, if I understood right.
Yeah.
John, I'm going to give you a chance to make up for that moderate fumble. Roll me an intelligence investigation. Because you spend a little while in the armory now and you're looking around for things that might be interesting.
Alright. There it is. I got it. I totally got it. Wow. Okay, I got 2 successes.
Okay, you notice a row of swords that look slightly different to the standard issue swords, similar to the one that Leela had. Wait, you saw that, right? No, wait, you didn't see that, right? But you notice a row of swords that look different to the standard issue swords anyway.
Hey, those swords look interesting over there, guys.
Yes, they're marked with special warning labels, because they're monomolecular edges.
They look extra sharp.
They'll cut through pretty much anything. Anywho, you are following Leela out with the rocket launcher.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, Doc, you're standing at the door, and the two of them, one of them runs out holding an EMP grenade, and one of them rolls out carrying a rocket launcher. And you're like, oh, okay.
Well, this has escalated.
The players were Andrew as John Lavend, Alex as Dr. Adrian Shaw, and Bobbie as Leela. This story is far from over. Join us in the near future for another exciting episode. Find out more about the Consortium at www.shadesofvengeance.com.